All right. What's your favorite part of the filmmaking process?
Since I tend to work a lot with real people, I think that the exchange that I have of getting to know people and sometimes even live with them is also something that's quite priceless to me, because it's somehow part of my process to try and understand different perspectives, or the perspectives that I'm trying to portray, mostly in the documentary films that I make, I would say.
Let's go over here. What is your next project?
What I can say is that I'm currently researching on another project that's kind of going to be like a part 2 of the film that I'm showing at the film festival. It's about insects. I'm sort of exploring the disappearance of insects in Europe. Yeah, again, it's going to be a very sort of experimental approach, and I think I've got some great surprises in my bag. But yeah, that's one of the projects that I'm currently researching on.
Can you discuss the role of film festivals and the impact on your career?
Well, I think, first of all, film festivals give us a platform. They give us a platform to show our work. Because sometimes I find it a pity that, we tend to show the films to, it's like a film crowd. Specifically, the more experimental films get, the less visibility they have. And so, yeah, I wish, for film festivals to be a little more, or let's say for normal people that are not cineasts or film lovers, to also be able to see certain works, because I think that there's a high artistic value in many films that are being shown.
Yeah, let's have a look over here. If you could collaborate with a person of your choice, your dreams, who would it be and why?
I'm not sure if I would want to collaborate, but I certainly would want to encounter or have a beer with some idols, or some people that I admire in art or in filmmaking in general. But I would love to be in their presence, and I would love to be able to ask questions and observe how they conduct and how they work.
What advice would you give aspiring filmmakers, actors?
Specifically for me, I think one of the most important things is to be brave, to be bold, to dare, to be vulnerable. Obviously, believe in yourself sounds a little cliche, but if you don't dare to push the boundaries, if you don't dare to go places, and if you don't dare to fail, then your life might be harder,
What do you find most challenging and rewarding about being a filmmaker?
I think that a big challenge is, to understand the people that you work with, because as I said before, I tend to work with real people, so that makes things sometimes a little more complicated, because you're not in a controlled set, you're not in a controlled environment where, everyone knows their job and everyone knows their task. So you sort of have to be a psychologist and a filmmaker and, much more. Rewarding, I guess, obviously, finishing a project is, the pinnacle of euphoria, and being able to show it in front of an audience.
What film meeting person experience made you want to make films?
I grew up in Bulgaria, until the age of 9. And my parents used to have a VHS rental thing right in front of our house. So I remember, I was really, really young, and there was actually no restriction. So I would go in and take, everything that I could just grab.
Can you pitch us your film?
It's about my experience with a forest. It's a forest where I wasn't really allowed to visit as a child, because it's a bit too far from my house. And so I had always fantasized about, what's happening in this forest. And 2 decades afterwards, I came back and decided to, embark on a journey of exploring this forest. And I ended up, finding, quite some surprising things. And that's what you will be able to see in the film.
My name is Dzhovani Gospodinov, and I'm a filmmaker.